right, we'll grab some hay. Bring this up to the girls. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, look at your muzzle. Look at you, honey. Wow, beautiful. Squeaky, squeaky. It is currently -3 degrees. And the colder it gets, the crunchier it seems to get. All right, just have to check the water. Getting low. It's gonna warm up in a day or so, I think. So I'll probably scrub dump and refill then. So I like to feed the hay bags on the ground. I alter because obviously hanging from something isn't exactly a natural posture. So I go back and forth, but I do like the hay nets because it slows their eating down and just gives them something to do.
So just a fair warning, this video is more of a personal update. I tried to title the video appropriately, but it's going to be a little bit less on the horses and more a little bit of an update on my life. So if you're interested, keep watching. If not, no big deal.
Good morning, boys. Hello, sirs. Hi. Okay, let's not do that, sir. Good morning. Theodore just wants to go outside. He just wants to go out. All right, let me get your breakfast. Let me fix your breakfast. May I steal your bucket? Can I have your bucket, sir? Thank you. I just need to steal this. Just need to steal it. I have got to, when it warms up, I'm going to be cleaning up this. When it's cold, it's like, why bother? And then there's some things that are just like frozen onto the floor. Ouch, there we go. Crunchy. All right, check this water before we go. Look at that. So Theodore was supposed to see the body worker today, but because it is like 0 degrees, we rescheduled and he'll get seen, I think, Saturday. When it comes to healthcare, it just seems like it's a mix between the horses, myself, my truck. I haven't actually been to the doctor in like years because we haven't had health insurance until this year. We finally signed up, and today it's my turn to go to the doctor. I'm actually going to a surgeon. Yeah. You ready to go outside, buddy? Ooh, careful. It's very bright light, isn't it? You ready to go outside? Go join Theodore. It's so bright out there. So when you have horses and do the care for them, like, you're bound to have injuries. Tennis elbow from mucking too many stalls, ankle sprains, knee problems, hip problems, shoulder problems, back problems. And yeah, I've certainly had my fair share. But today I'm seeing a surgeon about my foot. I actually had surgery on this foot 5 years ago, and it basically didn't go well. And slowly I've been just having to drop the things that I love doing. I used to be a runner. I did half marathons and was hoping to do a full marathon. I was also into dancing, and when I was a dancer, that's really, at that time I had gotten injured, and there, because as a follower you're doing a lot of spins, I switched from the follower to lead just so I have a little bit more control of my body and what was being asked of it. But then eventually even that got to be too much and it went down. And it's just kind of at the point where I can obviously manage, but it's affecting my day-to-day increasingly. And I get my stuff done, but I'm also compensating a lot. And now it's starting to cause other problems. I have to say I'm a little bit worried about what another potential surgery is going to mean. And yeah, how that's going to affect my care of the horses. You know what feels really nice? Frozen chapstick. Seriously, feels good. All right, off we go to the surgeon. So I just arrived and I kind of had a moment on my drive here because, yeah, under the surface, this has been weighing me down. I mean, it feels small though in light of other things that are also going on, but it has been like a burden to me, and, you know, just finding a solution. I'd love to run again, but, you know, who knows, maybe I won't be able to. And I feel like I'm pretty adaptable, but then if there is surgery, like paying for that on top of, you know, what my insurance doesn't cover. And so I'm feeling anxious going in, and like I really hope for a good outcome. I hope the surgeon, because I've already had surgery on this 5 years ago and it wasn't successful. And yeah, I just hope that he clearly can see what's wrong. And I'd love to be able to run and dance again, but like I feel like I'm a pretty adaptable person, so I feel like, though I really love those things, like I feel like I can still find contentment and be happy. But the fact is that it is affecting my day to day. I don't know, but on my way here, I had all these like stresses of other things as well, and the song popped in my head. Whatever God ordains is right, and there's a line I just wrote down. And it just really spoke to me, and it says, I take content what he has sent. His hand can turn my griefs away. And patiently I wait his day, and patiently I wait his day. So basically just being content with whatever the Lord has for me. I really believe that he is sovereign, and, you know, like Job said, will I take the good but not the bad? And I also believe that he can take my griefs away. And I'm praying for that. But like the whole point is, like, these are light and momentary sufferings, and yeah, so I'm just praying for contentment with whatever the outcome. And yeah, I don't know, but this is certainly no surprise to God, so I'm just trying to have that attitude going in. And yeah, here we go. This will be, if I get surgery, which I actually am hoping for surgery, because I can see that there's something very wrong with just everything. This will be the third surgery this doctor's done on my feet. All right, anyway, here we go.
To the left, you'll see radiology. You can't see it from here.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm just reading, then you'll have a seat across the way.
Okay, so I go there first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Before meeting the foot specialist, I had to get x-rays of my foot, and then I went in for the appointment.
So I am just getting back to the barn and getting back to this. I already feel better just having that done and over with. And I do have some updates for you guys, but it's really cold, so I'm just going to hop on chores and catch you guys up as I work. Gotta grab my fork over here. Burr. Also, I traded out my hat. Someone in the comments said, oh, maybe it'll warm up if you, or something like, it'll warm up if you get rid of your Christmas hat. So here's my not Christmassy hat.
Okay, so first off, I want to just say that it almost feels silly talking about this. This does seem like a really minor thing. In light of everything else that could possibly happen or go wrong, it feels minor. And yet, at the same time, it's been something that I've struggled with for 7 years. Sometimes a video doesn't portray what's underneath, because I don't think I've ever even mentioned my foot before, but here it is, I'm telling you guys about it, and then there's resolution, and it all happens in one video. Yet for me, this has been a span of 7 years, so it feels like a long lasting, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to come across as insensitive towards anyone with greater struggles, but I'm just sharing a piece of my life that has been affecting me. So I go into the appointment with a lot of uncertainty on, what the solution is going to be, if it involves surgery, and if so, how big it's going to be, when that's going to happen, how that's going to affect the horses, and little things like that. And the short of it is, I will be getting surgery again on this foot. So this will be take 2, and I really hope that I will get good results. I'm scheduled to have the surgery at the end of April, which is, honestly, it's really good timing, a lot sooner than I expected as well, because I feel like things just schedule so far out in advance. When I had surgery on this foot 6 years ago, before the surgery, I prepared Theodore for my crutches by just going out and doing some approach and retreat with him. I think seeing this new 3-legged gait is very weird for them, so I wanted to prepare him so that when I actually had my surgery and was on them for real, I wouldn't have any issues. This was actually the day after my last surgery. I just wrapped my boot up in a plastic bag to keep any dust and dirt out and couldn't keep me away from my horse.
He used to run away from me when I did that.
Oh.
That's crutches.
I had also prepared him for things like lunging and doing direction changes, all while I was sitting, so that I could have something to do with him even while I wasn't able to move around much. The big difference between then and now is I had a lot less responsibility and less things riding on my shoulders than I do now. Back then, I was just a boarder, and now I'm involved in the care of all of my horses and also just have a more complex life. So as far as horse care goes during my recovery time after the surgery, I have plenty of time to plan for that. I think Nathan will be able to help me. My horse sitter probably will be able to if she's around, and I can also do some things that will probably help simplify the chores a bit during that duration. So it might be a little challenge, but I think I'll figure it out just fine, and I'm not too worried about it. My surgeon always says that there's no such thing as a small surgery, but I think this one feels like I should be back soon-ish, I hope. So yeah, I have to say I'm a little bit skeptical on the amount of relief I'm going to find from this surgery. I don't want to get my hopes up too much. I at least hope my day-to-day becomes easier, but if I could run and dance again, I would be so happy. So happy. So I'm up in the hayloft now and just throwing out some hay for the horses, and that bale is going to go home tonight for the girls at my house. So I just had to make sure that they had enough for breakfast tomorrow. Jager's hay I usually just shove between the bars on his stall. And then I'll carry Theodore's over, usually putting it into a couple different piles. After dropping their little bit of grain, I let the horses in. Some days they have more snow packed underneath their hooves than others. It's not so bad for them outside, but once they transition to this hard floor, it becomes a little bit harder for them to walk. And so the first thing I do is pick out their hooves. Tonight their hooves are really hard packed. This stuff will fall off eventually, but especially with Theodore, I want to make sure that he's able to stand comfortably. And now that he's inside, there's no need for him to have this on. So yeah, Theodore was supposed to see the body worker today, but because it was so cold, we rescheduled, and he'll be having his appointment in a couple of days. And yeah, hopefully we can start on a path to getting him to feel more comfortable. And then next week, I'm supposed to have the vet out, so hopefully it's not too cold then as well. Between me and the horses, sheesh, got a lot going on. And once I finish picking out the hooves, I have to go remember to pick up that one hay bale, load it in my truck, drive home, and feed the girls tonight, and then start it all over tomorrow. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching my little update. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Night, boys.